Some applications of flotation. I have listed here few applications of flotation. Number one, flotation of an iron ship. A nail made of iron sinks in water, but a ship made of iron does not. The reason is that a nail is solid and density of iron is greater than that of water. The weight of the nail is more than the buoyant force of water on it, so the nail sinks in water. On the other hand, the ship is hollow and its empty space contains air. This makes the average density of ship less than that of water. Therefore, a ship floats on water. Number 2. Flotation of man. It is easier for a person to swim in sea water than in river water. The reason is that seawater contains salt and its density is more than the density of river water. The weight of a man gets balanced by the less immersed part of his body in seawater as compared to that in river water. Thus, it is easier to swim in seawater than in river water. Number 3. Flotation of ice on water. A piece of ice floats on water with its ninth by 10 part of inside the water and only 1/10 part of it outside the water. The reason is that the density of ice is 0.9 gram per cubic centimeter or 900 kilogram within 1 cubic centimeter volume, while the density of water is 1 gram per cubic centimeter or inside 1 cubic meter of volume there is 1000 kg of water. Hence, the weight of water displaced by 9 by 10th part of ice immersed inside water becomes equal to the total weight of the ice piece. Number 4. Submarine. A submarine can be made to dive or to rise to the surface of water as and when desired. The reason is that a submarine is a watertight boat which can travel underwater like a ship. A submarine is provided with water tank to make the submarine dive. The tanks are filled with water so that the average density of the submarine becomes greater than the density of seawater and it sinks. To make the submarine to rise to the surface of water, these tanks are emptied. This makes the average density of the submarine less than the density of sea water. So the submarine rises up to the surface of water. Number 5. Icebergs. Very huge and large pieces of ice floating on seawater are called icebergs. They are dangerous for ships. The reason is that the density of ice is less than the density of seawater. The density of ice is 0.9 gram per cubic centimeter and the density of water is 1.02 gram per cubic centimeter. Hence, an iceberg floats in seawater with its large portion submerged inside the water and only a little portion of it is above the surface of water. Thus, a ship can collide with the invisible part of iceberg under the surface of water. Hence, it is dangerous for ships. Number 6. Whales. The whales can sink or rise at their will. Whales are sea animals. They have a special organ in their body which is called swim bladder. In order to come to surface of water, they fill the bladder with air. This decreases the average density of whale and so it rises to the surface. To dive into the sea, they empty the bladder. This increases the average density of the whale and it goes down. Number 7. Balloons. A hydrogen or helium filled balloon rises in air. The reason is that the density of these gases is less than the density of air. Therefore, the buoyant force experienced by the balloon due to the air becomes greater than the weight of the balloon. Hence, the balloon rises up under the influence of the net upward force. These were some applications of flotation. Still, there are a lot of applications of flotation which are not possible to discuss all the applications of flotation here.